Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for another episode of the Handle That Podcast. We in the great city of Atlanta, in Atlanta, Georgia. I got Shelby with me, my girlfriend, if you don't already know. And we're just going to jump right into it, man. About a week ago, the Dr. Dre situation came out, and people were talking about how, or the situation is that his daughter is homeless now. Apparently she's homeless, living in a car. And the immediate thing that people are saying is like, oh my God, he's a billionaire. Why has he got her living in this situation? Let's just go ahead and put everything on the table. In my humble opinion, Dr. Dre has been famous since longer than I've been alive, right? I was born in 92. So Dr. Dre's been famous for a very long time. His daughter is almost 40 years old. I don't even have to research this because it's common knowledge that he's been taking care of her for quite some time, right? Now, it's no surprise that when you come into money or when you become this, great whatever, and you get paid a lot of money for it. It's no surprise that when you become that, a lot of people come out of the woodworks to get paid off of what you do, right? A lot of people, family members that you haven't spoken to in years or at all, friends, people who you don't even know, they want to come into your life. They want to come into your circle and they want to eat off of what you got. Right? Because now you're the cash cow. You're the guy with all the money. You're this, you're that. And this is why a lot of young athletes who were damn near poor before they became, famous NFL, NBA, MLB, whatever. Before they became famous, they were dirt poor. And they get financial advisors to try to teach them how to manage their money. Excuse me. This is why the job of a financial advisor is to advise your finances, because they know a lot of these cats are going to be faced with a lot of people just coming out of the woodworks trying to get a part of their money. Now, how does that correlate to what I'm saying? Dr. Dre's been taking care of his daughter for all this fucking time. Pretty sure he's been giving her money. Pretty sure he's been looking out for her. That's his daughter, you know what I'm saying? And now she's at the point to where she is damn near homeless because he won't give her any more money. You have to understand what a financial leech is. A financial leech is basically what the fuck it sounds like. Somebody who is willing to just stand by and let you make all the money while they reap all the benefits. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be financial benefits. You pay all their bills, you pay for their lifestyle, you pay for this, you pay for that. A lot of cats who are, professional ball players, they have a lot of financial leeches in the form of Instagram models, basically living off of them. They fund their lifestyle, buy them cars, clothes, God forbid they got kids. Now they got to take care of the kids and stuff like that. You basically are a cash cow to this person. And he's been receiving a lot of backlash because he's like, I'm not doing this shit no more. Right? He's not taking care of her anymore. Right? Now, all through social media, and I'm talking, TikTok. Make sure you follow me on TikTok at Abdul Aesthetics. Facebook, Instagram, even Snapchat, Twitter, all through social media, people are like, oh my God, he's a billionaire. Why is he doing her like this? Why is he should be able to do this. You got to understand something. Just because you have money doesn't necessarily mean that you have to give it to people who other people think deserve that money. Family, friends, and in this situation, kids. You don't know the type of person that she is outside of the sob story that everybody's trying to paint over her right now. And I'm not saying that Dr. Dre is a saint, right? Nobody is a fucking saint when it comes to shit like this. But what people tend to do in these situations, especially if it's a woman, what people tend to do is they tend to paint the woman as this innocent, oh, she can do no wrong, she's hurt, she's this, she's that, regardless of the fact that she's 40 years old, regardless of the fact that he's been basically funding her lifestyle since she's been born, regardless of all of this shit. Nobody cares about any of that shit. We only care about the fact that she's struggling financially now and her father is a billionaire. See, what people need to understand is that just because a person is a celebrity does not absolve them from the bullshit that everybody goes through. The only difference between you and him and you and whatever celebrity is finances. That's it. You bleed the same. You eat food the same, you shit the same, you sleep the same, you have sex the same, you do everything. The only difference is that more people know him versus you. That's it. The same bullshit you deal with, he deals with. You might get cancer, he might get cancer. You might fall down and trip and break your ankle, he might do that. Nobody is better than anybody out here. There's no difference aside from, financial gains and stuff like that. That's it. Just like what happened with Kirk Franklin and his son. People tried to, people literally turned their backs on Kirk Franklin for talking to his son the way he did, when I saw nothing wrong with it. And then his son proved to be the type of person that Kirk Franklin called him. People literally got upset with Kirk Franklin for cursing out his son when we've all been cussed out by our parents. Some of us are parents that cuss out our children. So what makes him so different than you? Oh, he's a gospel musician, so that makes him different? Fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. But back to this whole Dr. Dre situation. If a person is disrespectful to you, you're only going to tolerate them for so long. Certain parameters in certain situations dictate how long you allow disrespect to come your way. Strangers obviously have a short leash when it comes to disrespect with people. Friends get a little bit of a longer leash. Family members tend to get the longest leash when it comes to tolerating disrespect. And when you get to your point, when you get to your limit with this person, now you have a choice to make. And he decided to cut off all finances. I don't blame him. Because if she is the type of person that I think she is, which the reports came out that she actually conspired against him and was actually congratulating his wife or his ex-wife for getting $200,000 a month in spousal support for the X amount of years or until she remarries or whatever the fuck the situation is with that. She actually congratulated her for being able to finesse him. That right there should tell you everything you should know about this person. But no, nobody wants to look at shit like that, right? If you are conspiring with my enemy, because let's be honest, his ex-wife in this situation is the enemy, right? She is his enemy. She's trying to get money out of him because she is accustomed to a lifestyle that he built, right? She is accustomed to a lifestyle that he built. And he's doing everything in his power to not have to pay money for something he feels as though he shouldn't have to pay money for, which I totally agree that he shouldn't have to, right? But you are my daughter conspiring against me and congratulating somebody who finessed me out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. That should tell you everything you need to know. Now, in my humble opinion, it is what it is, okay? If she's disrespectful, if she's a person that, is how I think she is, right? Now, obviously, I could be wrong, but if she's the person that I think she is, good for her. I mean, what do you expect this man to do? Keep paying for somebody's lifestyle who's disrespectful? What the fuck have you been doing with the money that he's been giving you all these years? You created your own problem, and now you want your rich dad to pull you out of the East? No. It don't work like that, bruh. We're all adults. The beds that you make are the beds you have to sleep in. He didn't help you make that bed. You damn sure he didn't help you make that bed, but you want him to help you sleep in. No, it don't work like that, bruh. All the hundreds of thousands of dollars he's given you over these years. What were you doing with this money? What were you doing with this money? If you are in a situation to where somebody you know, you have a close connection with somebody who is willing to help you with finances in a time like the times we live in now, your first goal should be to save that money, or at least a massive portion of it, because you never know what could happen. This person could die. This person could just up and say, no, I don't want to give money anymore. Things could change. The cash flow could shorten. And then because the cash flow is shortened and they have to preserve themselves, they have to cut ties, financial ties with certain people who at first they didn't have a problem with funding. If you ever find yourself in a situation like that, your first priority should be to save a massive amount of that money. But if you do like a lot of people do and fuck off the money, and like when people win, what's the statistic? I think it was 70 to 80 and maybe 90% of people who win big on lottery are literally broke within 5 years. You win $100 million and you're broke within 5 years. Hell, not even $100 million. Let's say $10 million. You win $10 million on a scratch-off lottery and you are broke within 5 years. 5. And some people don't even make it to that. Excuse me. Some people don't even make it to that shit. So we are in a situation to where not only do we not know the full story, but people are starting to create their own accusations. People are starting to come up with their own assumptions of what they think is going on. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to assume that Dr. Dre is the evil guy because he's going through what he's going through with his ex-wife, and this thing come out about his daughter being broke. And he's the one with all the money. So he's the easy target. No, it does not work like that, bro. It does not work like that. So, all in all, my humble opinion, granted I could be wrong, but my humble opinion, she's getting what she deserves, right? You created these problems. He's been trying to help you get out of these problems with finances. You fuck off on the money, and now you got these problems still because you didn't do the right things. Now you got to deal with it some other way. It is what it is. But I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Make sure to follow the podcast on Instagram at the Handle That Podcast. Make sure to follow me on TikTok at Abdul Aesthetics, where I post a lot of informative shit and stuff like that. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. You know, definitely, we almost had 100 subscribers on the podcast channel. Definitely subscribe to this channel. I go back over the road in a couple of days, and I'll definitely be recording episodes from the truck and stuff like that. So definitely tune in for new episodes on the horizon. But with that being said, I really hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Everybody stay cool, stay classy, and above all else, handle that.